How Diddy and BadBoy Conquered the Pop Culture in the 2000s, Part 1. With a stronghold on hitmaking, sleek branding, reality TV, and evolving, Diddy solidified his crossover appeal, catering to a wide audience, and kept his label afloat in relevancy. He has dominated the hip-hop industry for 3 decades and still counting. In this video, we highlight some of the key moments showing how Diddy and his record label BadBoy conquered pop culture in the 2000s. But before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. Let's get it on! On G-Dep's special delivery, after an opening 8-second bombardment of yo 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 running from his mouth, followed by the announcement of his ever-evolving moniker, P. Diddy, the founding CEO of BadBoy Records chanted, "We still here, ain't going nowhere." During the minute-long time frame of his rant, he'd declare the saga continues, both as a plug for BadBoy's all-star rostered compilation album released that summer 2001, and as an indication that the label was here to stay, despite what most predestined. In the original music video, Diddy does his signature bop as the chairman of BadBoy Express, an adrenaline-ringing 808 from the Club Bangers instrumental fueling his dance moves, G-Dep's rap vampire punchlines, a woman coquettishly inquiring, "Can I have that?" and the birth of the original Harlem Shake. Diddy's arrogant talk on the Harlem Anthem, meant for the streets worldwide, signaled BadBoy's looming presence, bound to redesign the aesthetics and conversations surrounding the new millennium. A year prior to releasing the tone-setting special delivery, the Gregorian calendar simultaneously reached a new century, decade, and golden age of transforming technology and progressive points of view. This important time shift seemed to be the bookend for BadBoy Records to most critics. With the death of the Empire's grandmaster talent, the notorious B.I.G. 3 years prior, and the aftermath being an onslaught of "he's turning hip-hop into a commercial pop joke," condemnations directed towards Diddy upon him winning Grammys and earning 2 number 1 and deuced number 2 hits for 1997's No Way Out, BadBoy needed some remodeling to be taken seriously again. It sort of meant goodbye to the gold-tinted, flashy visuals directed by Hype Williams, along with the hip-hop soul stylings of Puff Daddy, and hello to embracing an assortment of future talents who'd fit the icy and sleek branding of Diddy. Coincidentally, January 3, 2000 marked the release of BadBoy Records' first commercial single of the aughts, Notorious B.I.G., a song posthumously fronted by the rapper himself, featuring Lil' Kim and Puffy over a nostalgic funk Duran Duran sample. Undeniably, the move gestured the end of an old era, but the start of the legacy it left behind. A Buffalo native going by the stage name of Black Rob got his start that March with his debut, Life Story, with a menacing violin and Timberland boot stomp that reworked some Rough Rider sonics. Whoa became the album's hit single, reinvigorating the sound of New York street hip-hop and ultimately guiding the choral call and beat response that drove BadBoy hits. That September, it became clear that Diddy wasn't planning on dropping his label's affinity for promoting within the music, as Shine dropped his debut single, Bad Boys. The then 20-year-old Belizean rapper had a slower drawl than the strikingly matched The Notorious, but with a working-class West Indies Central American patois built from his childhood immigration to East Flatbush, Brooklyn, Shine's impending reign on the hip-hop scene, and a possibility of inheriting the throne B.I.G. left behind, would be cut short due to a 10-year prison sentence for a Manhattan club shooting incident. As BadBoy tried to rework its hip-hop division, including the release of 2001's The Saga Continues and its grungy country guitar riddler BadBoy for Life, the label played a part in redirecting contemporary R&B. The standout from The Saga Continues had been Can't Believe, a slinky mid-tempo duet between Carl Thomas and the label's first lady, Faith Evans. Evoking the sentiments of Spanish Harlem heartbreak, the song sampled Phone Tap from Nas' supergroup, The Firm. According to the lyrics, it had been hard for both singers to fathom the sudden end to a relationship. What stuck out the most was the choral mention of "I'm emotional," a suggested nod to Carl Thomas' debut album, Emotional. Hailing from Aurora, Illinois and repping BadBoy, Carl Thomas helped define the long-gazing male R&B sound of the aughts. Instead of offering a neo-soul spin like Music Soulchild or an urban dance-pop tilt such as Usher, Thomas led the scene with quiet storm vibes reminiscent of a new-age Luther Vandross or Teddy Pendergrass. His first single, Summer Rain, had been breezy enough for limited play on the radio, but the follow-up, I Wish, proved to be the singer's breaking moment, belting regretfully in his silky baritone octave. Thomas provided male listeners with an iconic refrain, "I wish I never met her at all, even though I love her so. She got love for me, but she still belongs to someone else." Although "I Wish" became the album's highlight peaking song at number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100, the titular track would be helmed as its core. Emotional sampled the somber instrumental of Sting's 1993 ballad "Shape of My Heart," but emphasized raininess as a way to perfect the quiet storm genre to a T. Diving further into that format's sensuality, Thomas tapped into Tyrese's tier of baby-making R&B with deep-cut turned late-night radio staple Lady Lay. With his raw delivery and sentimental crooning, Carl Thomas had joined the likes of Brian McKnight, manifesting wedding-centric R&B. While most of his music was meant for walking down the aisle, 112s had been for the wedding reception dance floor. The Atlanta quartet of Q, Darren, Slim, and Mike received a huge following as one of the more underrated boy bands of the 90s after releasing their 96 self-titled debut album and the 98 follow-up, Room 112. Although they gained signature top 20 hits on the all-encompassing Hot 100 from both albums, such as Only You, Cupid, and Anywhere, as well as a featured chart topper on I'll Be Missing You, the group was unfamiliar with the top 10 as a lead. That would change with their third BadBoy studio album, 2001's Part 3. The first single, It's Over Now, relied on a sample of Mobb Deep's infectious Quiet Storm. It had become their first to top the R&B and hip-hop charts, peaking at number 6 on the Hot 100. They'd earned the highest charter with Peaches and Cream, a song that embodied overarching 2000s-ness. Ultimately, the electro bounce of that song would be sweetened and complemented by Dance With Me. Representing for the ladies of R&B, Faith Evans was also on her third album by 2001. The songs on the project played as extenuations of what she explored on her first two LPs. I Love You placed an electro hop and B spin on the quiet storm she perfected with 1995's Soon As I Get Home, as Burn It Up recalled the post-disco flair that existed on 1998's Love Like This and All Night. Evans managed to tackle some hip-hop as well, rapping, I said I know it's not too ghetto. You better check yourself, respect yourself. You better go for self, because I flow for self. On the defiant You Gets No Love. Musically, BadBoy Records had been proving to hold itself down, even allowing room for the number 2 hit wonder's Dream. With He Loves Me Not, the female pop quartet briefly inhabited TRL's bubblegum circuit next to the likes of Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC. Of course, this only strengthened Diddy's relationship with the countdown show's parent network, MTV. With the short-lived success of Dream, the CEO proved he could cater to teen pop audiences just as much as he could with his acclaimed hip-hop and R&B base. The 2000s saw Diddy transitioning from the role of hype man producer turned boastful rapper into a mogul MC, finessing his A&R skills for a wider crossover appeal. Although he had a Neptunes-produced bopper lampooning his name, Diddy, his interests seemed to lie closer in media and letting others soundtrack that journey. A few years into the new millennium, Diddy had become a more wholesome household name, on his way to amassing a near billion-dollar fortune, thanks to his Sean John clothing line and reality TV programming. By 1999, the mogul was 30, but that didn't stop him from being a tastemaker in the aughts for people in Generation X reaching their late 20s, alongside the teens and kitty boppers of the millennial generation, as well as some newborns and toddlers in Generation Z. Look out for Part 2 of Diddy's music channel journey on our channel. Did you enjoy our video? Which side of Diddy do you like the most? The music or the entrepreneurial side? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for the second part of this amazing story. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your comments with us in the comment section below.